Greetings. Welcome to the Developing Dad podcast, where we bring the Bible to bear on culture, education, and the family. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get straight to it. Now, today's going to be a bit of a different video because we're not going to bring the Bible to bear on anything. We're going to do some logic exercises. And I thought it would be a good idea to, or pretty fun to bring the Jordan versus LeBron debate to the logical carpet, as it were. So shout out to Scap Attack, to Dreamers Pro for pushing back on this narrative that LeBron is in any way, shape, or form Jordan's equal or better. Yeah, y'all already know. Go check out the video. I rank him 9th. I don't even know. I mean, he can be 5 through 9 on my list at any point in time, but he's not even cracked the top 5 yet. I mean, well, I guess he's not cracked the top 4 for me. But let's get straight to it. I don't want to labor the point too much. Now, when you're dealing with people who discuss this, a lot of the times you're going to, especially LeBron fans, you're going to deal with several logical fallacies. And Dreamers Pro has done a great job of highlighting the fact that they're illogical. But I want to point out what logical fallacies they are committing when they argue the way that they argue for LeBron. All right. And there are some specific ones that I think that they are prone to. So the first one is poisoning the well. That's the whole idea with done with the 90s, right? The 90s is we shouldn't even talk about them because they were unskilled. They were plumbers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Jordan had no left, whatever. They're poisoning the well so that before you even begin to discuss whether or not Jordan is better than LeBron, you've already discredited his era. Okay, and for those of us that watch the era, we know that that's laughable. The numbers are speaking for themselves that viewership is down. The NBA product is not something that viewers are clamoring for. So you may be done with the 90s, and that's a cute hashtag, but people are done with the 2020s right now. The viewership is proving that people are done with the 2020s. The 90s was the height, Michael Jordan's finals, the highest rated finals ever. You still haven't been able to eclipse that with all of the amazing talent that is supposedly propagating the league now. And one of the things that you'll recognize is that the only thing that people talk about when they talk about skills is dribbling and shooting. Those are the things that they think are the height of skill level. But mental acuity, defense, because that's a skill. Rebounding, a skill, right? Dennis Rodman at 6'8", 18 rebounds a season, 18 rebounds a game per season. That's not normal. He had a skill, and he was highly paid for that skill. He was a specialist, and having a specialized skill is a good thing, okay? But shooting and dribbling are just a portion of the game. Footwork, understanding angles, and all of these things that Kobe Bryant would talk about that these players don't understand. That's what people are looking for, and they're not finding it. But when someone tries to poison the well, you need to push back on that. Okay, let them know that they're trying to discredit an entire generation, and you're not going to fall for it. All right. The second one that you'll hear a lot is special pleading, the desire to have an exception to an accepted standard without justification for that exception. Winning is the standard for everyone. The whole point of playing the game is to win championships. Who has the most championships? Who was the one that impacted them the most? What are we talking about when you look at offensive skills, defensive skills? What are the standards that we're looking for? The difficulty of the way that you scored your points. These things, physical gifts and abilities, talents and whatnot. How superior you are to your competition. All these things need to be taken into consideration when you're deciding who is the greatest of all time. And ultimately, it's always subjective. But the standard should be the same for everyone. You don't lower the standard for someone that you like. Okay? So that's not a proper way to argue. So when you see that someone is saying, well, LeBron has 6 finals losses to Jordan 0, but he got there 10 times. That's not the point is not to get there. The point is to win. Okay? Getting there and failing does not give you don't get extra points for that. Right? That's not the standard. Okay? Number 3, moving the goalposts. All right, so they'll say, hey, prove to me that Jordan was X. Okay, then you prove X. Okay, well, did he do Y? All right. Well, let's camp out here. You move the goalpost. We want to make sure that we figure out that is Jordan better than LeBron here. You prove it, and then they're off to the next subject. They want to move the goalpost. All right. When you bring up the fact that Jordan had peak seasons that LeBron never matched, right? His peak was greater than LeBron's. He dominated an entire decade in a way that LeBron never has, right? Or that his competition was greater. So you proved it. Now they're off to the next thing. All right. Well, LeBron has scored more points, or LeBron has played longer, or longevity, right? They keep moving the goalposts because they can't deal with the argument at hand. Once you prove beyond a shadow of a doubt with facts and reasoned, valid logic, that Jordan is superior, then they'll move to the next topic to try to continue this debate, this pointless, mostly pointless debate, because it's obvious to anyone with a good bit of basketball acumen who has eyes that Jordan, and even the accolades, and the deeper you dive into what Jordan did, he was the greatest of his era, and he's greater as a player. He accomplished more than LeBron did. All right. The next one that you'll see is the straw man. All right. So they'll mischaracterize the argument. Well, 40K makes LeBron the GOAT. Well, nobody was saying that Jordan was the GOAT because he was the all-time leading scorer. Kareem was the all-time leading scorer. Kobe has more points than Jordan. Karl Malone has more points than Jordan. But what did Jordan do with the time that he had? He accomplished more in a shorter period of time than LeBron did. Okay, LeBron's going to continue to play in this cupcake era where defense is non-existent, and he's going to continue to rack up hollow stats. But we know that he's not leading a team to a championship anytime soon. That's not in the cards, right? Anthony Davis is the best player on the team and has been since 2020. But people continually give LeBron praise for things that he's not doing. His hollow stats, every now and then he'll have a great game and he musters it up. I remember when I was his age, I could muster up greatness once or twice, and then I was, it was hard. Now, he's a world-class athlete playing against other world-class athletes. It's not going to be easy, but building up a case and then knocking it down, right? That's the straw man. You're building up this perceived argument and then destroying it. Well, no one made the claim that Jordan was the GOAT because he was the all-time scorer. Now, he does have the highest average per game highest per game scoring average in NBA history. Maybe that's something you want to take a look at, right? For the most part, I think that's probably a higher indicator of who was the better scorer. I'm just saying. All right. Here's the last one. Okay. Selective arrangement, right? LeBron is the GOAT if you ignore all of these facts. So we're going to take things that we don't like about what he's done in his career and what others have done in his career, and we're going to arrange them in such a way that if you don't pay attention, and Nick Wright is famous for this, if you don't pay attention to what I'm actually saying and you don't do research, you could possibly be fooled into thinking that this is a sound and solid argument. Now, anybody with ears of discernment that knows logical fallacies, and I'm going to be doing that on my Academy page, teaching logical fallacies. You can go and subscribe to it if you want. But I'll be teaching logical fallacies, several of these as well. And I may use some examples from modern culture as well. But these are the 5 that you'll see happening more often than not. Again, I want to give a shout out to Dreamers Pro and Scap Attack and the like, who do a good job of producing content where they use the data and facts and statistics to dismantle the arguments. But I just wanted to point out why those arguments are so fallacious to begin with. All right. And just identify them so you'll know what they are. All right. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. And until next time, be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong. See y'all around. Bye.